Hey you, do you want some code?
Welcome back. So, we understand that the JavaScript engine is responsible for executing our written JavaScript code and instructing the computer to perform specific actions. But what exactly is happening inside this engine? This is where things get a bit complex. As we know, anyone can build this engine. Yes, that means you can create your own JavaScript engine, but it requires a significant amount of effort. Ultimately, it's just a program. The V8 engine, which is the most popular and widely used JavaScript engine, utilized by Chrome browser and Node.js, we'll discuss later on. This engine is written in C++, which is a low-level programming language. However, let's take a closer look at what is actually happening inside. Within this engine, it appears something like this. We start with a JavaScript file. First, it undergoes lexical analysis, where the code is broken down into tokens to determine their meaning and understand the code's purpose. These tokens are organized into abstract syntax tree, or AST. This is an abstract syntax tree, which is formed by parsing the code and dividing the text based on JavaScript keywords. It is a tree-like structure that represents the code structure. You can use an online tool to demo this interesting concept. If we visit asdexplorer.net, I can show you what this abstract syntax tree looks like. Here we have a bit of code. You can view it in the JSON format or as a tree. The tree breaks down the program into different components. We have a variable declaration and a decorator. Although this may seem like gibberish to you right now, it is crucial for the engine to understand the program's functionality or break it down step by step. Once it completes this process, it goes through an interpreter, profiler, compiler, and eventually produces some form of code, which we will discuss later on. This entire engine will generate code that our computer's CPU will understand and follow as instructions. You can think of this process, which we'll discuss in more detail shortly, as something like this. We can create our own JavaScript engine by defining a function. Let's name it JS function and have it take in some code as an argument. This code will be split using a regular expression, so we can process it. Now, if we provide our code such as JS engine and pass it a string that says variable a equals 5, the engine will execute it. Look at that. We've created a simple engine. I know, there's a lot more complexes to it than that. But this is the main purpose. We are providing it with a piece of code and gets converted into a string. Then it attempts to analyze and separate different components. For example, in this function we can identify the variable keyword and recognize that whatever follows, it is a variable that we intend to assign. However, there may be an issue here.